How you doing? It's Mr. DJ. The date is January the 11th, 2017. It's approaching 3 o'clock in the morning. Let me go ahead and get through this video real quick as bedtime is coming up pretty soon. Let's keep the Soul Train on track. Talked about Otis at number 10. Talked about the Soul Brothers 6, their original version of Some Kind of Wonderful. And Lou Rawls coming in at number 9 on WJRD's Top 11 Plus 50 survey of October 31st, 1966. But now I want to outsource Billboard's Hot 100. The date is January 15th, 1966. Let me bring it up for you real quick. Oh gosh, here we go. I believe it's January the 15th. Yeah, 1966. Some of the big hits, Flowers on the Wall by the Statler Brothers. You might remember, does anybody remember The Man in My Little Girl's Life by Mike Douglas? That's kind of a touching record. And No Matter What Shape Your Stomach's In by the T-Bones. A Must to Avoid by Herman's Hermits. Fever by the McCoys. Let's Hang On by the Four Seasons. Of course, one of my favorite records, Just Like Me by Paul Revere and the Raiders. Boy, Mark Lindsay, he just laid it out on that record. But I want to talk about Lost 45 all the way down to number 81 on Billboard's Hot 100. Get Out of My Life, Woman. It's Lee Dorsey. Lee Dorsey, who he joined the Navy in World War II, and when he got mustered out of the Navy later on, he became a prize fighter in the early 50s. He got out of that. He became distinguished as a prize fighter. He called himself Kid Chocolate. Made himself a little bit of a reputation as a prize fighter, a light heavyweight. And he got into the auto repair business in the 50s during the daytime. At night, he sang in nightclubs. As a matter of fact, he put out a couple of singles, but they didn't do anything. But he was discovered by an A&R man, and artist and repertoire man, and he was signed to the Fury record label around 1958 or so. And he met Alan Toussaint. I hope I pronounced his name correctly, his last name correctly. A legendary producer, songwriter in New Orleans, Alan Toussaint. And that led to the song Ya Ya, Lee Dorsey's first big hit. He met Alan Toussaint at a party, and later on that led to Ya Ya, and that went to number 7 on Billboard's Hot 100 in 1961. It was a million seller for Lee Dorsey, and he worked a little bit with Alan Toussaint at the Fury label, and then I think, was it the Fury label? Or I'm getting my record labels messed up. Well, anyway, the Fury label, or the record label, folded, and Lee Dorsey went back to his day job, repairing automobiles. However, he teamed up later on with Alan Toussaint at the Amy record label, and they started spitting out some records that in the mid to late 60s they came out with 7 songs. Of course, the biggest one was Working in a Coal Mine in 1966. There was Holy Cow also in 1966, and there was this song coming in at number 81 on Billboard's Hot 100, Get Out of My Life, Woman. This did not make top 40 though for Lee Dorsey. He went to number 44 on Billboard's Hot 100. Let me make sure I got that right. Number 40. It debuted at number 90, and it jumped from 90 to 81, and it peaked at number 44. It was on Billboard's Hot 100 for over 2 months, 10 weeks. Lee Dorsey, the last song that Lee Dorsey did with Alan Toussaint producing, was Yes We Can. Yes We Can. Came out in 1970, but it was a very minor R&B hit, but later became a massive hit by the Pointer Sisters in 1973. And Lee Dorsey, he passed away. He died of emphysema in 1986, 30 years ago. But he is remembered, no doubt about it. Hot 100 Extra by Mr. DJ. It is Lee Dorsey with Get Out of My Life, Woman.